Robert, I think I lost your audio.
Seen Bane. Oh, me?
Yeah.
Am I having issues?
I don't know.
Oh.
It seems a little choppy.
Let me see.
Yeah, it seems a little choppy before, but that's just me maybe. But anyway,
Bane.
make sure that
me?
we're streaming well.
Yeah. Am I having
yes, audio's going through. Life is good. No.
Oh.
You'll hear me turn the microphone on a few times today. Anyways, so Robert, you were so kind to go over and put together some good topics today, and so I'll let you, if you would like to lead. I want to see if Darlene's around because she wanted to join today. Val and Holly won't be able to turn the microphone on. Mr. Ed's joining. I don't know Mr. T. But I think Darlene wanted to join us, so she pops in. We'll hand over Holly's, I think. And so I'll let you, if you would like to.
I am having a little technical issue. Am I stuttering and chopping?
Join today.
It sounds like everyone's choppy to me today.
Okay, hang on. Let me see if it's me. So, Lauren, why don't you just stall and fill time for a little stretch?
It's dude. Here, look, hand puppets. Look, yes, definitely. Okay, one thing I guess I probably do want to talk about.
Actually, what I wanted to do, if Tim was here, was to do a new segment of the show where we pull a topic, like two random topics out of a hat. Yeah. And then Tim gets to talk. So for Tim, I think I was going to do, pull him out of the hat and go, you got immigration and gun control. Where would you like to start, Tim? Was to do a new segment.
He's probably written blog topics on all of them.
A topic, like two random topics.
He tries to avoid the politics, but Tim also will. And by the way, Stuart, I have to let you know that I walk back and forth between my office and my condo. So it takes me about 15 minutes. You have been my perennial companion. That's where I listen to the podcast the entire time. Funny. So I catch it up between. It takes me a couple of days because I don't do you any faster than normal.
I'm best in some doses, according to my wife, anyway. So.
Yeah. So I feel like I have a walking buddy. It's like I'm listening to you and the team. So
I was going to say, if you need a lawyer, I know a guy in Florida who can get a restraining order, Lauren. So that's.
I'm not stalking him, to clarify.
It's just the podcast. It's just the podcast.
Right. It's just the podcast. Yes, it's not nothing bad or sinister. Just the podcast, because I really truly make it a point that he intends. Mr. Ed.
Now wait, is there a freemium? Is there a freemium model where you actually come to somebody? They pay extra and you do the podcast for them.
We have not evaluated that business model, but maybe. If we get enough demand, then we'll do on-site.
Now wait, is there a free? Is there a hey, Mr. St. Ange, where you actually come to somebody? They pay extra and you do the podcast.
That's good. I was just saying about how happy I feel about being still.
I'm doing it.
We get enough demand. Then we'll do on-site.
Lauren is currently stalling because I'm having. I don't know if I'm having technical issues or whatever.
You sound better. I think now that Ed's here,
Ed fixed everything like he always does.
I was just saying, Ed shows me I'm scared the crap out of the tech, and the tech came back in line.
Lauren is currently stalling.
All right, so Mr. Robert, pick us a topic, man.
I don't know if I'm and I don't have my topic. I don't have my topic list here for some reason in my email.
Bringing the power of AMP to Gmail.
That was the topic. Yes,
Mr. Robert,
just I'll go from memory. That's not my thing when I give presentations. I don't have my topic slides. Yes. Google has made a little enhancement to Gmail where they have their accelerated mobile pages, which is basically not relying on your website, but a nice streamlined, really highly functional version that's super fast. It resides over on Google, which has been a little bit where they have their a little bit controversial, although when you do take it eventually to your analytics, but they're bringing that power. At least as pitched by Google, to Gmail, so you will be able to have interactivity within your email. So you don't necessarily have to leave your email to go. Let's say, for example, they use Booking.com as one of the groups who's aggressively looking at this, and one of the groups that's mentioned. So you can make your hotel booking without even leaving the email or even going and having to go to the web page for that particular organization. So let's say, for example.
So let's talk about the completely uninteresting thing that most providers in this industry are going to do with Google AMP for Gmail. You are now all of a sudden going to hear all this excitement around being able to have the booking engine right in the email, because that's what's going to happen. Just like when you could do booking engine widgets on Facebook and all that, everyone became obsessed with that. Because, you know, just having the booking engine, being able to have why someone should book their stay with you when they're thinking of traveling is all you need. So an insane amount of effort inside this industry is going to be spent on building a booking engine widget that works inside of Google Gmail AMP email messages, because that's what this industry is going to do. Instead of thinking through the deep personalization that you're going to be able to do with this. And oh, by the way, you can start introducing interesting things like asking a question, and based on how the person inside their email responds to that question, is first of all, take what you learn and apply that to your rules engine on how you interact with this person, but immediately show them some highly personalized content based on how they answered the question. I think that is a really interesting email response to that question.
This is cool in a lot of ways. It reminds me a little bit of what Google were trying to do with Wave, if you remember that, where they were trying to disrupt email replacement.
I was a huge fan of Wave. Yeah, I was like, this is it. The world has changed, and then it died.
Because we got to remember email. I mean, the email we use today is still essentially the same that it was, what, 20, 30 years ago? I don't know, but it hasn't really evolved in terms of the protocol. So I think this evolution is great. It does, like Ed said, offer a lot of new opportunity in terms of personalization, stuff like that. But I don't get why they're trying to ram this as AMP. Like, to me, this is a play that they've been working on for a while to improve the functionality of email. They're seeing the anemic response that the industry has had towards AMP pages. There's some benefits to AMP, but there's some significant drawbacks, and it really hasn't been that effective in our industry. So is this really a way for them, like Google often does when something they release fails miserably? Are they trying to force it down our throats a second or third way to try to get us to adopt AMP? You know, I think
or is this part of just a continuance of a bigger strategy that they have?
So is this really a way
all
for them
look back on and go,
oh,
AMP was
control
actually
all the content of the internet, become the internet, you know?
Well, they've proven that they were ineffective in creating a community where people shared thoughts and processes, you know, kind of like Facebook has. I mean, if you really think about what Facebook, Twitter, and you know, LinkedIn have done, is they've created microcosms of internet inside of it. They control the delivery of content in interesting ways throughout processes. Google hasn't been able to do that. So, okay, if you can't pull the people together, why not focus on the other side of it? Like, let's fix a lot of the problems with the internet, which is garbage websites that, you know, crash browsers and have really hacky spam ad crap on it. Like, let's go the B2B route. Let's fix the business side of it, and that'll pull the consumer to you. Through that, you'll control it through that, which is, I think, AMP for Gmail is also a really big play to further grow adoption of Gmail as the mail platform. Because listen, you're going to want to drive a lot more interesting experience now to Gmail. You know, I mean, once you get it, the fact that you shouldn't just put a booking engine widget inside of every email you send.
I wouldn't say you shouldn't. I mean, I think there's an. I don't think that's the killer app for this, but I don't think reducing friction in the booking process by having the widget in the email is a bad thing in and of itself. But I think that's not the killer app that's going to make this really valuable.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think it's a combination. One is of the interactivity, and number two, well, actually three things. One is the interactivity. Two is the tie-in to just all the semantic signals and tags that Google has access to, right, in this platform. So you can tie it into the world and the relationships of what this person likes and all the different relationships of all this content and everything else. And then third is really the ability to personalize it for that individual, either being driven, by overt expression of I'm looking for such and such a family thing, or two adults, two children. The example I always use is the two adults, two children in the booking widget, right? It's like, could you please show them some family-oriented content? Either you've been told that.
No. Once they've answered questions, you should continue to treat them completely generic.
Or if you've really sent them through the gauntlet and asked for the ages of the children.
Oh, yes.
But it would probably, it would probably told that and streamline the process. But again, Google has all that information, all that data to go. How does this work? What's working? What are the best practices? And hey, here are some things where maybe you can advertise this and maybe get big on this. Again, Google has all that, Google's ecosystem of advertising. How does this work? What's working? What are the best practices?
Let's not be remiss. Tim just left us, but let's make sure we say hi to Miss Darlene. Hi, Darlene. Mr. Tim Peter.
See, Tim's feelings were hurt that he wasn't immediately acknowledged, so he turned it off just so he'd go, he's gone. Wait,
let's not be remiss. Tim just left us, but let's make sure we say hi to Miss Darlene. Hi, Darlene.
And he's on a mono microphone, evidently. Yeah, I'm hearing you. When everyone else talks, I hear them in both ears, but when Tim talks, my left ear only. Tim's whispering sweet nothings in our left ear.
Yeah. Just over here.
I keep trying to look
mono microphone. I'm hearing you. When everyone else talks, I hear them in my ears, but when Tim talks,
it's a little low.
My left ear only. So let me make another prediction on things in our left ear.
Yeah,
sure.
I keep trying to look
up. Now we can't hear you at all. So I'm going to guess your microphone is not completely securely snapped into the computer.
Or you're kind of doing a cool Max Headroom thing, so if you want to own that.
How do you hear me now?
There we go.
Still in the left ear, but
Still in the left.
So I'm going to guess
we
your
can hear you,
microphone
All right, the one thing I want
is not completely securely snapped into the computer.
Or you're kind of doing a cool Max Headroom thing, so if you want to own that.
Google thinks speed now.
There we go.
Still in the left ear, but so I'm going to guess
We
your
can hear you,
microphone
All right, the one thing I want
is not completely securely snapped into the computer.
Or you're kind of doing a cool Max Headroom thing, so if you want to own that.
Oh, and he fades.
Volume's dropped again.
Yep. Still in the left ear. Tim Peter. No, there, you're coming back up. It's like a wave.
I'm just gonna sit here and eat the microphone is what I'm gonna do. But whether you use AMP or whether you use other technologies is sort of besides the point. The point I would take away from it is
there, you're coming back up. It's like a wave.
I'm just gonna sit here and
and I'll tell you the idea of being able to launch an app that stays inside of an email container. We're at least incredibly excited about it. We're trying to imagine what that can be in the future. It's absolutely amazing because one of the things we've studied is sensitivity to cadence and amount of email, and we've actually found that what defines a consumer's sensitivity is how right or wrong you are on the conversation that they want to have with you. It's absolutely amazing. If you nail it, if you give them exactly what they're looking for, there's much less sensitivity over cadence and volume of email you deliver with them. However, getting it wrong, a single email can be too how right or wrong. So now you're talking stereotype. Now you're talking about having the ability to really understand in interaction that they have with the email of what what is right or wrong. So now you're talking, which I think is really just behaviorally very interesting. But my other prediction I was going to make is I have a feeling you're going to hear a lot of the industry's CRM platforms come out against AMP because it represents needing to understand the mail client on the other end, and serving up a completely different experience to someone who has a Gmail email client versus doesn't. And I think a lot of these CRMs are going to first come out fighting saying you shouldn't be doing this because and then once they get their infrastructure up to snuff to being able to handle doing this, then it's going to be like, oh, you know what, AMP is mature. I think a lot of these CRMs we are the first to announce support saying you shouldn't be doing this.
You're seeing on people that have their own proprietary CMS systems now. They're doing the same with AMP in general right now. They're saying it's not great for a lot of reasons, some of which are valid, some of which are a little agenda because your CMS doesn't necessarily cater to us. But the same is going to happen with email providers too. They're always resistant to change that they don't support. They're doing the same. But I would go back to our consumer app for a lot of reasons. Some of which are valid. Hoteliers, most folks we come to aren't even segmenting their email database. Most people we come to certainly aren't sending personalized messages currently. So are they really going to be able to take advantage of this? And if you haven't listened to Tim Peters' podcast from this past week, where he talked about how digital marketing was meant to make our life a lot easier, but really it's made it a lot harder because it's easier to do things, but it means there's more competition. I would also add to his podcast that because if you haven't listened, there's more things we can do. A lot of people aren't. So if you're smart and take advantage of these things, digital always get us an unfair advantage. Our life a lot easier, but really it's made it a lot harder because
this is one of the reasons
easier to do things, but it means
is the pure fact that this is not something that most of the industry is going to be able to take advantage of for quite some time. So therefore, us packaging it into our platform with a really clever strategy deployed in it is going to make how our conversion rates and everything that we bring to our clients that much higher, because it won't be overdone and it won't be desensitized in the consumer for some time. And this is why we're excited is, like Tim says, just because it's there and just because you can do it doesn't mean you should or can. Where if you look at what Flip2 is, it's a strategy deployed over technology. That's right. And that combination is why we're able to bring stuff to hotels that hotels should be thinking about otherwise.
Hey, if you want some beta client, I'm sure a couple of mine in Myrtle Beach are using you currently. Be willing.
I'd love to do it. I'd like to also add to it too. It's like okay, so next week we have the digital conference on Wednesday, Adrian's on Tuesday. Thursday I'm doing an all day with one of my clients, and really what we're talking about the inspiration of this show. I'm spending almost 4 hours talking about CRM, conditional database segmentation, isolation of workflow, incubation of conversations, because literally, and this is unique to the Thursday I'm doing an all day with my clients, their image and market is different than the reality in some circumstances. So rather than this constant new acquisition and feed the funnel, I call it the Disney World mentality, which is, keep funneling them in and don't care about whether they pop out the other end, is now it's like, no, actually, it's easier, better, and more responsible to keep the communication segment that you've already dialogued with. One, cost value is already there. Second, you're able to tailor the message because you already have the information related to it. So we're literally going to be constructing workflows for 4 hours, workflows on the platforms that they is now. It's like,
the other thing that's great about a segment, if you think about it, most email, and I love email, I'm a huge fan of email, I think it's terrific marketing.
One, cost value is already
also the response rates are garbage
because you already have the information related to it.
Right?
So we're literally going to be
when we talk about our traditional email for 4 hours, right? And one of the reasons is it's hard to write an email, it's hard to put together a message that works for everybody. The minute you start segmenting, also creating email, it's more work because you have to create 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. When we talk about it's also easier to do each one because I'm not talking to y'all, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to Robert, I'm talking to Darlene, I'm talking to Ed, right? So it makes it simpler to actually have a message, and it's amazing how much your engagement rates go up how much your conversion rates go up. I'm not talking because again, I'm talking y'all, an individual, or at least certainly a small enough segment that I'm talking more to, some vaguely English guy who happens to live in the South, as opposed to just, random.
What? No, my favorite is I took the kids over the summer to a very family-friendly resort in South Carolina, and right around November, December, I started getting escape the cold emails from them. What? No, my favorite. And for anyone who doesn't know me, I took the kids over the summer. I live in Orlando, very family-friendly resort in South Carolina. South Carolina. So, segmentation, segmentation's not important. I came with kids in the summer. I must have been escaping something. I was escaping the heat. It was cool. Who doesn't know me.
It's just bizarre to me, though, that so we all agree that segmentation is important, that targeting is important, and the better you do that, the better the response is going to be. We've talked about it for like a zillion years, and yet in the hospitality industry, I don't see very many examples of people who are doing it. That we go outside the industry, and tons of people doing it. Better the response.
I think it's because right? A lot of hotels are waiting to see what this upcoming weekend or the next few weeks are looking like from a pace perspective, and then they're scrambling to send out messages to fill those specific rooms versus stepping back, understanding the previous 3 years had the same exact pattern, and they know where their weak spots are, and planning a strategy that's going to fill those up by targeting the right weekend or the next few weeks.
Here's the thing I'll say about that real quick. It breaks the cardinal rule of hospitality. Hotels' approach to email marketing breaks the cardinal rule of hospitality, which is the hotels treat email marketing as a one-way benefit. It only benefits the hotel is how they're using email marketing. It does not benefit their guest whatsoever. And so they're actually hotels approach the relationships and goodwill that they create through having a hospitality approach with their guests when they're on property by completely having a one-sided what serves me best to their email marketing. And so they're actually
I have an early 30 something. I'm sorry. I noticed in my conversation with some of the biz dev that I've been doing that everybody gets into a room and the vendor du jour is pitching, and the recipient of du jour listening
to their email marketing.
And they acknowledge that they understand what's being told, but in fact they don't have a clue what they're being told. And then they decide they're going to buy what they were just told.
Which may have been the purpose and the structure of the presentation.
And Maestro here will have the magic poof over here, and the Revit will pop out over there, and then they get onto the onboard. And now everybody's scared to ask stupid questions because God knows they act like. And then they decide they're going to buy what they were just told. And then they get into the onboarding, and then the things that they thought magically were going to happen aren't happening. Because the vendor's thinking, well, you'll tell us what you need. Please give us information. They don't ask the right questions. Next thing you know, all these magical things were supposed to happen just don't happen. And then property doesn't know what to do about it. They don't even know how to ask the right question. And the vendor's just worried about checking off the boxes. You told us to do that. Check. We did that. Check. Here's the forensic report. Check. But nothing's coming out of that. And I think it's at that wellspring that we create that problem. That if you don't actually get into the head of the presentation and say, how exactly do we do what you just said we should do? And say, what information and data do you have, and can it interface with what we have? Asking those kind of even simple questions can probably break the loggerhead on a lot of this stuff that comes from eventually hotels having the tools, because that's what I find a lot of times. The tools are sitting there. The vendor's sitting there with the tool, but unfortunately, the client doesn't even know that the tool should be used, and the vendor's not doing their job by telling them how it should be.
And I think this comes down to
on vendors for 1 second, with no disrespect to our good vendors who happen to be on top, because they're really good at
that's what I find a lot of times. The tools are sitting there.
The vendor's sitting there with the thing you got to remember is when a vendor comes in, they throw around the word and they don't explain what that actually means, right? Run far, run fast. If you can't explain it like I'm 5, why should I give you? The thing you got to remember is, but it sounds old school, wouldn't we say so? Well, here's what my problem is. Tell me what you're going to do. Don't tell me you have a solution for that, right? And that's it's a peeve of mine that drives me.
I mean, this is a challenge for platforms like what we do, and then even the offering that Stuart has at Fuel. Because here's the thing, you can pretty much do anything. So instead, you have to present again. We focus very much on strategy and understand it. Does our strategy flow up in weeds? Does it make sense? Even the offering your Stuart has it. And sometimes we don't even need to talk. Pretty much do if that's a no. We can figure that out. You have to. But I agree. But I mean, here's the challenge. Let's talk about the types of vendors that this happens in. It's the vendors who their sales team have 30 products. And sometimes we don't even need to their job is to sell you something. And if you're not communicating what your goals are, which by the way, it's my favorite question. What are you trying to accomplish? Because more often than not, the answer is like we're not quite sure. Okay, what's important to you as a business? What's your identity? What are your big things you're trying to do? And let me see if my stuff fits to serve any of those things. That's what my team does to avoid because the last thing we want is to sell you something that then doesn't carry what's important to you.
And by the way, I'd like to point out, if you can't answer that question, my name is Tim. What are your big things? No. Or Lauren Gray, or Robert Cole, or Darlene Munda.
That's what my team does.
But I mean, that's absolutely right. That is
because the last thing we want is to sell you something that then doesn't carry what's
I think too often, by the way, to point out, you're exactly right. Like hotels aren't clear on what they're actually trying to solve, and also the vendors can be a solution in search of a problem. That's absolutely right.
Absolutely. Well, no, they're selling a solution.
Sales guys certainly can be
right.
The way we approach it is the same that Ed just said, trying to find the common, like what is the thing you're looking to accomplish, but then agreeing on a scoreboard for that, and using the same metrics between the vendor and the actual hotel to make sure you're keeping track of things the same way, with the same metrics, the same way, and setting goals, right? What the success look like in 6 months.
Okay, I got to tell you an analogy. I got to tell you an analogy I used in one of my presentations just recently. So they gave us a budget to work with. Ed knows this. So they gave us a budget to work with, and I said, "So what's your goal with this? What is the return of it? And they said, "We don't understand the question." I said, "Well, this money that you're advertising with, what is the budgeted forecast revenue that's responsible for?" I got to tell you an analogy. Well, we don't. It's like, okay, so when you made your forecast, let me rephrase this. Okay, so when you made your forecast, what was this money supposed to generate for? What is the return of it? I said, you realize that's a lot like filling your tank up on the East Coast, wanting to get to the West Coast, hoping you make it, knowing you're probably not, but happier that you're closer than you were. It's like it's not going to get where you want to go. So why are you even trying to do this? It's like, let me rephrase this. It baffles me that you don't start with what is your channel contribution, what's the revenue you expect to do. You realize that's a lot like base that on your EBITDA line and then start deconstructing what's going to take you.
This is the whole. What is your objective?
It's not going to get where you want
to go. Which is always like the first question every one of these vendors should be asking. If certainly not in the presentation, they should know that before, at the very, very beginning of the process. Because again, what happens with these salespeople, they're under pressure. They're trying to either, keep their jobs, depending on what their sales or get a bonus, or what, they've got all sorts of things to make the thing happen. And they're selling a solution at the very, when you're selling hammers, everything, every problem is like a nail. You're trying to, so depends on what their sales gets involved or get that sort of push, and it's bad. And when they should be stepping back, going, you know what, we aren't a great fit for you. We don't really do that. Here's somebody who does.
Robert, to use your analogy, people don't buy a hammer because they want to hit a nail. They buy a hammer because they want to have a barbecue in their backyard on a weekend, right?
We don't.
And so I think often
Here's somebody who does.
salespeople in the industry fall short of understanding what the end goal is, right? It's all too very short-sighted, and that's where they want to have.
And that's a fun rabbit hole to go down. Like when you do get into a conversation, like why does your hotel exist?
Understanding
Right.
what the end goal
And the
is, right? It's all too very short-sighted.
are like micro answers of a bigger thing, like because you don't want 100% occupancy, because then that's not really the answer. It's you exist to make money, to then create jobs, to you do the things you do because it fulfills a piece of the economy. So you can't answer, I want to put heads in beds. Well, what if you could only sell that's not really the answer. It's that you exist to make to then. Well, yeah, I would, because then I'm not wearing and tearing. You do the things you do. Yeah, but then it's self-free. I mean, and so you can kind of talk in circles on this, but that's where the leadership of your business needs to be clear on what the purpose of your business is. And I'm not just talking to hotels, I'm talking to any business. I'm not wearing and tearing. What is the purpose of your business? And making sure that everything can go to that we kind of look at it as your compass in projects. Like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing anything? Why do we exist?
That isn't the keynote speaker at HSMAI next week, but on that the topic that it begins with why. They're doing the golden circle thing, or why, what, how. If you haven't looked at that, I mean, go. And you're not going to HSMAI, go Google the golden circle. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing anything? There's some really cool videos out there that kind of that isn't the keynote. What makes out HSMAI next week, but on that the topic that
what's that? Simon Sinek does a great TED on that.
Right, exactly.
And the fellow speaking works for Simon. He's one of I was just going to say on Darlene's comment, if someone's trying to sell me a hammer to build a deck, that is I need a contract.
Take that hammer.
And the fellow speaking works
Okay, with that same analogy, there's so many times I go to back to a hotel and they talk about
I was just going to say on Darlene's comment,
what are you doing with these things? And they don't. They're just proud of collecting the tools for it.
Oh, listen, hold on, just real quick on that same topic. UGC. Okay, everyone doing UGC. I just want to ask you a question. So if I sent you 6 million
What are you
photos,
doing with these things? And they don't. They're just proud of
what are you
collecting
gonna do with it?
Right.
How's that checking a box? UGC for UGC's sake is not what you should be doing. Okay, and this is one of the really blaring. I just want to ask you a question. Things of not understanding why you're doing photos. So why do you need 1 million photos from users? You don't.
Why do you even need one photo?
Right. I mean, if you're using it for social proof, what do you need? Really blaring. If you're using it to fill out content, okay, you need a bit more. But again, why invest so much in UGC? We think everyone in marketing is kind of missing the point on UGC, which is the activity of the person who generated the content is far more valuable than the content you're getting from them. Get them to be the active participant, and that's the point of UGC.
Hey, on a fun, happy note, if Holly is watching, because I know
which is
I got her business
activity
cards.
of the person who's generated the content is far more valuable than the content you're getting from them.
She wanted to be VP of Technology Resources. Don't know what that means, but no. Hey, I have a home fun, happy note. Of course, Ed and I were in a salary bidding war for her. I won. It was brutal. It's vicious, but I finally won.
I've decided on my.
But was the key the signing? Was it the signing bonus?
Don't know what that means. It was the signing bonus and the pennies. I mean, I had to throw in a lot of stuff.
Unlimited vacation.
Of course, Ed and I were Maserati's.
Absolutely zero expectation on delivery.
It's vicious, but open-ended expectations.
Was the key the signing?
I've decided my next business card, my title will be listed as.
It was the signing bonus and the pennies. Tim Peter, throwing a lot of stuff.
There you go.
It has to be Chief Tim Peter because we know you're not the chief. Absolutely.
No,
Open-ended expectations. So, Mr. Robert, what's the number?
With that straight line that I'm so not going to
No. yours.
My title will be listed as
It was the signing bonus and the pennies. So, Mr. Robert, what else we got?
He doesn't ask me to we know you're not.
I now have them. I don't know. We can talk about Disney raising theme park prices.
Astronomical proportions. 500 plus for a family of 4 to get there now.
Well, I like their rationale for it because they basically came out and said, "Hey, these parks are getting too crowded, so we are going to, raise the rate."
Yep.
Exactly, and that's a great position to be in. So, well, I like
my only comment on that one is bravo Disney.
Well, here's the thing. What's really behind that, guys? I mean, so you have to understand there's a lot of things coming to Disney right now.
Exactly.
No, there's only
Disney-
one thing coming to Disney that matters.
Yeah, that's next. Leading up to that. But no, I mean, Disney actually paid the penalty for announcing this stuff. So they've had softness over the last year and a half. As people have made the decision to hold off on coming to Disney until one of these more exciting things come. And Disney has been on a really interesting investment loop on improving what the parks are offering. So I'm very jealous that the lesser Disney in Anaheim has a Guardians of the Galaxy coming to Disney ride, and the better Disney here in Orlando doesn't. But we're getting one now. But in April, Toy Story Land opens at Disney Hollywood Studios. Very jealous. And it's an 11-acre expansion of Hollywood Studios, which is the smallest Disney park here. It's going to make that park impossible to get in. And then next year, Star Wars Land opens in the same park, which is going to take Hollywood Studios from being the park you do with your toddler because it's small and easy to get through and you just want to do something that day, to the park you avoid because it's where most of the fans of these amazing brands that they've purchased are going to be spending their time, which is going to take Hollywood.
And you're going to be fighting for space in line behind George Butler every time.
Right. I'm just gonna
elbowing people out of the way.
Well, the other interesting thing is, Disney at Hollywood Studios again is doing something they've never done before. There is going to be a Mickey ride, a Mickey specific ride, which they've not had at all. So they're, that is going to create just a massive amount of demand at the parks. As people are coming to see the new thing. Good luck getting into the Star Wars Hotel. That puppy. I think that's going to be their new product that actually rivals the Grand Floridian. Because none of their other hotels have come close to challenging the Grand Floridian's ADR. I think the Star Wars Hotel is going to destroy it, which means you're going to be talking about the Star Wars Hotel, which probably, as far as like room goes, is a Holiday Inn. But with the theming, the positioning, and all of that, is probably going to be for its first year a $600 or $700 ADR. Is going to destroy it.
What's the Grand Floridian?
You're going to be talking about the Star Wars. It's in that probably like $800 to $1,000 is a holiday at any given time. Because Disney's also done a brilliant job of eliminating soft garbage by filling in things like marathons and different events that bring people to the area in mass. Student travel has been because Disney's also done a brilliant, especially in athletics. So now you're filling in things. Oh my gosh, where you
all that stuff.
You used to be able to know that you could go even on a weekend in February, and Disney would be like manageable. Not anymore because there's always something. There's always something going on that's pulling drive market and then really enticing people to travel outside of normal breaks, normal school breaks, and things like that. So yeah, it's their prices going up just happen to be in time for this massive spike in demand they're going to see over the next 18 months that they're going to make a little bit more money off.
Well, and
something I want to do. I want to abstract this just because, you know, for folks who are watching this who run hotels that aren't
prices going up,
right?
Just
There are
happen
still
to be in
lessons
time for this massive spike in demand.
And you just talked about one of the next 18 months of how do you create demand and how do you make it the soft periods are your something I want to do. I want to abstract this, right? And focus on creating demand and thinking about selling the destination in the market and the things that you can do during those periods. But you know, we just talked about a little bit tougher sell today, if I can actually get to some.
The most brilliant strategy I've seen in Central Florida is Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights.
And focus on demand.
They open the park at night, so they close it, you know, after normal hours. And so
They
all those
sell two separate tickets, right? They sell it during the day, and everybody leaves and they sell it again at night.
So first of all, you're taking one of the worst periods for travel in Orlando, which was that late September, all of October, where if there wasn't a convention in town, there was nothing happening. And Universal turned it into their most profitable time of year. And it happens to be something Disney can't touch because it breaks all of Disney's brand standards. It is the anti-Disney experience where it is not recommended for kids under 13 because it will emotionally scar them. It is designed to create an alcohol problem for people because it add upwards of 23 additional bars to the park at night, which also drives the highest profit sale that they have, which is alcohol. And they do it mostly off of the students at the local university, which happens to be the largest university in the United States. They hire 500 people, which also drives the highest profit on top of their normal staffing levels to do Halloween Horror Nights. And these people, they do it mostly off of None.
Really?
No, because they actually hire mostly the United States. So you'll see officers from as far as 30 miles away coming in to do shifts. But, you know, this is that example of how do you take a horrible time of year and create something that not only fixes that, but kind of screws your number one competitor. And this is how you do it. You know, and talking to like how this is that example of how do you hotels. One of the things I point out to the hotels around Disney is if you really want to be able to get your ADR up a bit, and, you know, be a little bit more Disney-like, there's a few things you can do. First, you can point out that outside of the Polynesian, the Grand Floridian, and the Contemporary, every other Disney property is as far away from the park you want to go to as the off-Disney properties are. It is not easy to get around outside of those three hotels. So Art of Animation, all these other properties they have, listen, go stay off property. Because you're getting in a bus that is going to sit in traffic, that's going to take a long time to get to. It's the same amount of time. So point that out. It is not as fast to the gate from your doorstep as any of the Disney properties outside of those three. Secondly, anyone who lives in Florida knows how to do Disney. And there's a correct way to do Disney where you can actually see everything and enjoy yourself. Content marketing strategy. As any of the Disney properties. Create content that your guests will have a better trip around. And that is take your knowledge of how to do the parks. I mean, Tim, you saw it. I gave you some advice on your trip and enjoy yourself. I mean, and in some cases, it's as simple as this specific park is designed to content that your go left.
Yeah,
And you will see 3 times the amount of attractions because everyone else went right.
And by the way, I want to point out on this specific case, right? This is a perfect example of something that nowhere can you find that online on a property website. Nowhere.
Oh, nice.
Find it some other places, you know. But I mean, I got great advice from a friend because no property actually answered that question, right? This is perfect, including the property where we were staying.
Had the property
find that online.
And I still don't understand why properties aren't doing it. But literally, if you made included in your rate our secrets to Disney, guaranteed to get you an extra blah, you'd actually get people booking you to have that.
Oh,
Had the
sure.
property, yep. Because there are secrets, and by the way, there are sites that you may have a paid subscription to that give you those secrets. So it's that valuable, guaranteed to get you an extra.
And that is true in every market.
You'd actually get people booking you to have
essentially every market in the world. You know, certainly there's some tertiary markets where that might be.
Because there are secrets, and by the way, there are sites
if you have any kind of
that have a
leisure
paid
business,
subscription to
there
that give
is
you secrets.
And to piggyback on what Tim was saying a couple of minutes ago, I'm speaking at AHOA in a few weeks up in Baltimore at their conference, and you know we know the AHOA audience, right? Largest owner of hotels in the United States, and most of these properties, by and large, are the limited service, mid-scale hotels. And what I hear repeatedly is, you're talking about the Grand Floridian, easy for them, but I'm in the Holiday Inn Express side of the highway, and so I think we have to keep reminding them, as Tim, you said, look at the all-stars out there, and you might not have all the features and amenities they have, but you have something that is valuable. Like Ed was saying, right? You have an inside track to know what is in and around your area. So communicate that, put that in your content, and now you can. And that's a good example of here's how you take from the best and do it valuable.
Well, and there's a great example of this, from my Wyndham days. We had a property who's on the I-95 corridor, right? So they get a lot of road traffic, and this is a reality of some of these brands. I don't think I'm saying anything that people who own these properties don't know, but most people who are staying in your property aren't staying in your property because they were going there. They're staying in your property because they were going somewhere else, and you happen to get a lot of road traffic, and you were the right fit, for needs. This is a reality of some of these brands. What one property did, and this was above and beyond, but a lot of other properties learned from it and used it in their property. What the one property did was they went ahead and they had a field out back, and they turned it into a sports field. So they had a batting cage, they had a half a soccer field, they had all this stuff. So traveling sports teams, high school teams, college teams, etc., could actually get in some practice when they got off the bus. Right? And they turned it. Now, obviously, they had the real estate capabilities to do that. That's not going to be for everybody else. Half a soccer field. You have a sports complex in your town who makes these services available. You have a gym in your town when they got off the bus. You have a pool that has these. Now, obviously, whatever it is that you can partner with, you don't have those things.
And Tim,
we had a number of hotels who built on that and actually did quite well just by selling those kinds of packages of we can also provide this extra amenity to when they got off the bus.
And Tim is evidently still saying this to his client hotels, because we recently kicked off an engagement this week actually with a very tiny hotel client of his who in a matter of a few days, through that exact approach of partnering with some local businesses and the kind of the whole location, not just the property, they're going to give some of our destination hotel client, and this is a tiny in a matter of 19 days, through that exact approach of partnering with 19 property that in the first 3 days has over 300 storytellers now reaching. They're going to reach probably 2-3 million. This is a friends and family in the next week. And
that's the beauty of that math, right?
The nut I'm trying to crack right now is that everything we're talking about is individuality of properties where you can't feature these things. I think I mentioned in the show a long time ago about when I was driving with the trailer, the fact that the hotel indicated that their parking lot was trailer friendly was a driver for me to go, hey, I'll stay there because I ain't backing that thing up. If I can people in your parking lot, good to know. Right. But my nut that I'm trying to crack right now is individual brand social can feature these things. I think I mentioned without specials and all. because there's only so many times you can go, here we are, you know, or best value, and then not have something behind it. I also have a restriction that the website is and that there's no depth, so I can't even give content and stories to it. It's just, hey, we have this hotel on the side of the road, and if I haven't mentioned it to you before, hey, we have this hotel on the side of the road, and it's a challenge.